We're at Volkswagen head office getting a very first chance to drive 2009 models. But not just any 2009 models. These vehicles have the very latest clean-burning diesel engines. The 2009 Volkswagen Jetta TDI and the 2009 Volkswagen Touareg TDI. So Volkswagen has new diesel engines coming up for the summer of 2008. How are they different from the old diesel engines?
Well, we are introducing a whole new technology for the diesel engines, and we're referring to them as clean diesel. And that's essentially a whole bunch of systems that work together in order to create not only more power, but more environmentally friendly emissions. So we're talking about common rail delivery system for the fuel. We're talking about a diesel particulate filter, and we're talking about also two different types of catalytic converters that are self-cleaning and that help us deliver emissions or that will be able to meet the emission standards for even California.
What kind of numbers are you talking in power?
140 horsepower for the new engine and 235 foot-pounds of torque. And that's compared to the previous 1.9 liter, which was 100 horsepower and 177 foot-pounds of torque. Inherently, the diesel engine has between 30 and 40% efficiency advantage over a gas engine.
So if somebody's considering a hybrid vehicle, and what's the pro for going diesel instead of hybrid?
Well, the diesel definitely has an advantage, depending on how you drive the vehicle. Of course, a hybrid does have a lot of advantages at, in city driving. But if you're talking about a diesel, it has advantages anytime you drive the vehicle. So you have an efficiency whether you're driving in the city or on the highway, which the hybrids don't necessarily have.
So it's efficient at all speeds?
Correct.
And they use new low sulfur diesel?
Correct. New low sulfur diesel, which has finally been released on the market.
All right, we're getting the very first chance to drive the 2009 TDI Jetta, which will be for sale in Canada in the summer of 2008. Now we'll start it up and see what kind of noise it makes. Don't really hear much. Put it into gear. Okay, and away we go. Now, this 2-liter turbo diesel has 140 horsepower. That's exactly the same as the 1.8-liter gasoline Honda Civic, for example. It seems that this class of car all seem to have 140 horsepower. But what you get with a turbo diesel is gobs of torque, 235 pound-feet of torque. So let's put our foot into it. Giddy up. Well, now we're in the 2009 Touareg TDI. Now, the thing is, this one probably won't be released until 2009 in January. Instead of a turbo 4-cylinder, this one has a 3-liter, 6-cylinder turbo diesel engine. And it's a bit of a brute. It's got roughly, they don't have the official numbers on this engine yet, but roughly 240 horsepower. But check this out. It's going to be landing around 400 pound-feet of torque. Now, we just had the Jetta to drive. Now, this is more my speed. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people have a bad impression of diesel cars because of vehicles like this. It's a 1977 Volkswagen Rabbit diesel. And it was slow, and it was loud, and it was stinky. But it has nothing in comparison to the new clean-burning diesels. They're smooth, they're quiet, they don't smell, and they have lots of power. So if you're somebody that's looking for a new vehicle to put less pollution into the atmosphere, save some money doing it, then you owe it to yourself to try the new clean-burning diesel engines that are coming in the next year or so.
For more green driving tips, head to driving.ca's special Going Green site.